How's it, guys? We are still in Paris. Oh, that's a bit of a mess. I am about to sort out some breakfast. Let's make some tea as well. I figured I do this so often, and you guys seem to enjoy when I did it sped up by accident the other day. So, I'm just gonna do this one in a super fast, super simple, easy to understand, easy to digest package. Kettle on, chopping board, knife, apple, cut, pot, water pot, on, medium hot, simmer on, boiling, oats, mugs, tea, coffee, chocolate powder, water, steep, sit, milk, bowls, deliver, the last bun, grill, present sacrifice to microwave machine, grill, quick flip, grill, short, plate, fish, plate, butter, deliver, second delivery. Hope you guys enjoyed that. We're gonna enjoy our, what are these? Oats? I forgot to put the milk in. So, milk.
Almond milk.
Almond milk. Almond milk adjustment. And then later we're going to go to the same place where Sav went on her vlog takeover. If you haven't seen that, check it out. I'll put a little link up here. We're going to go get some herbs. Also, there's a Zara there. A big one. A big one. So we'll see. We'll see what. We'll see. I'll have another second cup of coffee and then I'll be revved up, ready to insult some clothes. Into the big M over here. We're gonna buy some more tickets. If you haven't seen, this is just gonna be a vlog of me referring you to my other vlogs, but if you haven't seen my tips on buying metro tickets, I'll pop that up here as well. So this is the center we're coming to. It's called Beau Grenelle, which means beautiful.
Grenelle.
Some really interesting buildings around here, so. That urban ugly we were talking about. Here it is. Oh, we ready? No, I'm getting hot already. Yeah, but what are those? The whole thing. When you reupholster your sun lounger and your beach house and you have no idea what to do with the leftover material, make yourself a dress. Here's a little something for a girl who doesn't need no man in shining armor and wants to wear the shining armor herself.
I think we found the Little Mermaid's prom dress.
Oh, Ariel. This is for that matric dance where the theme is under the sea.
That's the off party dress.
And that old throw that you used to have over the sun lounger, make a dress out of it too. Costume design for when they remake Inspector Gadget with a female inspector. For when your snake whisperer boyfriend doesn't feel like carrying his own snakes and wants to take his show on the road. Are you kidding me? You took the words right out of my mouth. What is that? They still have not grasped the concept of camouflage. I mean, this would work if you want to blend into a Picasso painting. Zara designing McDonald's new employee outfits. Are they actually allowed to sell this t-shirt if it says production sample can't be sold? I don't think you can. I don't think that's allowed. What are those? What are those? Oh my god, what are those? I mean, these shoes are just getting out of hand now. Those are ridiculous. We have somehow accidentally found ourselves in the La Durée. It was just around the corner. Picking up some of these macarons. Macaron. That's what we're saying.
Happy Saturday!
Happy Saturday! Oh my god.
These are fresh.
Fresh to death.
And looking like wealth.
Yeah, young money, cash money back. Gonna try a pistachio one now, or one that is pistache. Very creamy, different to the framboise, because the framboise one is more like a jam in the middle, whereas this is like a creamy.
So good though.
That's good. Wait, does this have real pistachios in it? 'Cause I'm allergic. It literally looks like a fake building. I wonder what the angle is on that actually. Oh, there's the line perfectly here. Corner apartment, probably going for like €1 million. I don't think I mentioned where we were going and for what reason. What are we on the search for now?
We are on the search for some herbs.
Some herbs. Yeah, we're gonna get crunk tonight.
We have a little pot plant area outside on a little mini balcony area. We want to get some fresh herbs to plant there.
So that we don't have to use dried herbs, and also it just makes it a little bit greener. And spring is sprung. The grass is green. What is it? Spring is sprung. The grass
is red. Where them birdies is.
That's the one. Check this out. parking space for 24,000 euros, or what looks like you can get the same one for 21,000 euros, 900. Borat's favorite shop. Very nice. Whoa, that's just down the road actually. We have arrived at Fleur d'Oté. Where them herbs at? Oh, I see them at the end. We got Shuhin over there. Kuhin. I don't know what that is. We got thyme. We got
Basil's over there, isn't it?
basil. He's at the back there. Baz. I feel like basil is very hard to kind of keep alive.
It is?
I think. I've tried to grow it before. Okay, we've got our herbs from our herb dealer. Thyme and parsley we went for. There we go, herbs in hand. Sav's got the thyme. I got the parsley. What's up? Kumquats, oh yeah. The most average fruit of all time.
I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm actually little green fingers. When I was young, I know the names of a scary amount of plants. I used to spend a lot of time in the garden, after my P-mall. My mom had these beautiful beds of sweet peas. I don't know if you guys know what they look like. I think they're a bulb plant, kind of similar to a daffodil, but they don't have like the middle, and they kind of... Anyway, I used to like part them because they grow up, and I used to lie in bushes.
Here we go, LMPG is what I've dubbed it for short, La Motte Piquet Grenelle, which is one of the bigger stations that we usually change at. Let's go high tech. Get in, my son. Merci. Open up. For lunch today, I'm doing some leftovers in there, which is some mushroomy, oniony sauce that I did from these meatballs that I cooked the other night that I wasn't filming. Sauce. And then some rice in there as well, because I'm slowly learning to cook the perfect rice, aren't I? Perfectly stodgy rice.
I'm gonna have some gluten-free, organic, low-fat, wheat-free, vegan, happiness-free cornflakes.
Just doing a quick sneaky Saturday stream for those of you that can't get to the one on Wednesday during the week. And I just had a cheeky little tartlet. Sav is back from work. She's not feeling so good. So I am gonna do dinner, even though it's her dinner night, because she so often takes care of dinner on my dinner nights. So we just do dinner whenever now. We need rules, god damn it. Okay, I'm doing filet de poulet, which is chicken fillets. Gonna cut them up. What I'm doing is a chicken korma, because we still have some of this korma paste. We've got mushrooms that I can put in there. Oh, yeah. That'll be nice, actually. Ooh, they'll be so creamy. So we've got this pâté de curry korma. I don't know how to say curry in French, in terms of with the curry korma. So we will be doing a chicken korma curry, which is really easy, especially if you have this paste. Not sponsored yet. So the first step to the chicken korma, cut up an onion. We only had half an onion, so we're only using half an onion. But what you want to do is cut this guy up, take him over to your pan, which should have already been hot. Whoops. I'll add that noise in afterwards. You want some olive oil in there already, before, obviously, before the, that was too much. So you want less olive oil than that in there already, and then you want the pan on, and then you add the onions. I feel like I just lost all the integrity that I was going for when it comes to telling you guys how to cook a chicken korma. Now once your onions are in, you can grab your garlic. I think we'll just do one big clove, and chop him up. And then once your onions have kind of cooked a little bit, we're going to chuck the garlic in. Once it becomes fragrant, then you can add your paste. Now while that's going, you can feel free to add any extra spices and herbs and things that you want. I'm going to chuck in a little bit of cumin. I think that's actually the last of the cumin that we've got, so I'll just finish that in there. Put this here to remind me that we need it, and it'll just stand there for the rest of the week. Maybe also chuck in a little bit of paprika, and then stir this up. Get that incorporated. And once you're done with that, you're probably about ready to add curry paste. So let's go ahead and do that. Now that the curry paste has kind of stuck to the onions and covered them a little bit, we can add in our chicken. Come on. One stubborn piece. I just kind of pushed everything around so that everything is a little bit on the pan, but otherwise I wouldn't mind a little bit of a crust to kind of form on these pieces of chicken. It'll just help the flavors develop and caramelize the sugars in the onion, and I'm assuming there's definitely sugar in here. Puree, sel, puree, paprika, sucre. Yep, so just let that caramelize a little bit and it'll help the flavors develop. While that's going, we can actually get started on our mushrooms. Sure, a korma chicken curry doesn't have mushrooms in it, but who says you can't add them? You know, last time we almost added butternut and then we decided against it, which I'm glad. But you could do whatever you want. So we're just giving these mushies a rough chop. It's not really too important how well chopped they are, but again, it's up to you to decide how you like your ingredients in terms of what sizes you want them. Like, look, I did some slices, I'm doing some quarters. Don't tell the food police. But it's nice to just get some variants, and this is going to add some different textures to the curry as well. You did not see that. The mushrooms are chopped. We can have a look at our chicken. I've obviously been stirring this as we've been going along. Pretty much done all the way through. So I think I'll add the mushrooms now. And then once the mushrooms take on a little bit of color, oh, you can see here's like one piece that's not cooked all the way through, but no need to worry because that is going to cook out soon. And I'll just add the mushrooms and they'll start picking up some color as well. And once the mushrooms are looking good and at a kind of size that I want them to be, well, they're going to release a lot of their moisture into this. So once they've reduced to the size that I want them to be, then I'll add the coconut milk and we'll go from there. The rice. How am I going to do the rice? The last video that I put out where rice was involved, I stated objectively and uncontestably that I cannot cook rice, and you guys put in a lot of good suggestions. So what I've done is taken a little bit from everybody's kind of suggestion to come up with something that works for me, and here is my method. If you look here, I haven't even actually done anything to this other than adding the mushrooms and then stirred it and let it sit, and you can already see how the sauce is actually pooling around because the mushrooms are releasing their moisture. So to get back to the rice, Thai rice, I've got this little cup. I fill up to just above la plage with rice. I wash it under the tap with some cold water a few times, do a couple cycles, trying not to lose too much rice. Then that goes into the big pot because someone was like, you need a bigger pot, think pasta. So it goes into this pot. Then I add a little bit of oil. It goes onto the stove and then simmer it until the kind of water is evaporated and the rice starts to stick just a little, or I can tell that it's, you know, it's every piece of rice is coated. Then I add 2 times up to la plage. So I fill that with water, chuck it in, fill it up with water again, chuck it back in. Then I wait for it to come to the boil, and once it comes to the boil, I put the lid on and I let it sit for 10 minutes. Which is what it says on the packet, and then we take it off the stove. What I like to do is actually release all the steam, then I put the lid back on and then let it sit for another 10 to 12 minutes. It's actually not that much of an exact science because I've cooked it before and it's come out, look, not perfect, but good enough for me. Which is all that really matters if you think about it, because the rice that I'm making for me needs to impress. That's right. I just realized I should have used some of our fresh thyme or parsley. This should actually not be, it looks like it's suffocating in there. It's a mob style hit on the parsley over here. So the sauce is at a sort of consistency that I'm happy with. So I'm going to chuck in lait de coco, which is coconut milk. Then we're just going to let it simmer for a whole bunch of time and then we'll start on the rice. I mean, I don't really know if all of the coconut milk was necessary, but I chucked it all in. It's just going to take longer now. It's just going to cook down and reduce. Probably could have done half the tin though. So the rice has gone in, and I did something a little different. I chucked in some paprika. Actually, it's not boiling yet, so you can see it, and a little clove of garlic, which I just kind of scored. I didn't quite cut it up because I wanted it to be easy to remove. And this is reducing nicely. Everything should be ready. The rice should be finally done. It's a little bit sticky at the bottom, but it'll be fine. There we have it. Done. So you can see, I think this gives you a good idea of what the rice was like, but it's still good. So, there you go.
Thank you.
Can you say that again, please? For the camera?
Why do you always fool me when I'm eating?
That's not what you just said.
I said it's good rice.
Good rice. Ha! Ha! Ha!
Stop!
It's worth filming, she's getting Danette all over her chin. Dinner is done. Gossip Girl is still popping off. We are tucking into some vanille Danette. Check this, they've got like a Snapchat code on the... Does yours have it?
No.
I'm assuming it's probably one of the
What's Snapchat?
I don't know, it's this old app. I think our parents used to use it.
Like a CD?
Yeah.
Okay.
Over maltine time. Let's see if I don't burn the inside of my thighs. You ready for it? You ready for it? Oh, it didn't change color that much, and my thighs are burning. Ah! This bad boy is on 1% battery, so I'm going to sign off now. Also, because the day is done, I'm about to brush my teeth, and I will check you guys in the morning if everything goes to plan, and Sav's feeling a little bit better. We are going to go to Versailles, which is just outside of Paris. So stay tuned for that one. And when I say stay tuned, I mean watch the next one. If you guys didn't watch yesterday's video, it should be up here. Or if you're new here, feel free to subscribe or leave a comment in the Speanut gallery. So I've just given me that idea from the bedroom. But yeah, the comment section is now going to be known as the Speanut gallery or the S Peanut gallery.